Welcome to Founders Day 2023. I'm Wade Cresswell, Roane County Executive, and I'm honored to be joined here tonight by many distinguished guests as we celebrate the founding of our great county and our 222nd birthday. Before we begin tonight, we have several distinguished guests. I want to thank every one of them that are here and take time to honor them. I know we are joined, and I don't have a list, so I'm going off the top of my head and who I see sitting in here right now. So forgive me if I miss anybody, but I know Sheriff Stockton is here tonight, joined by Chief Hahn. Thank you for joining us. Representative Monty Fritz, I know, is here. Monty is somewhere. I know I saw him just a few minutes ago. There he is. I see him. This is like Where's Waldo. I haven't played Where's Waldo in a long time. This is just like it. I know obviously we are joined by several county commissioners tonight, more of whom are to come. In fact, we may have to change our order of doing some things to make sure that we get all of our commissioners who are here, who are able to attend and be a part of the ceremonies tonight. Justin Snow with the President of Roane Alliance is here with us tonight. Am I missing any elected individuals? Tim Johnson with the Harriman City Council is here. City Manager Scott Mason is here. Charlie Holloway, Director of our Elections, is here. Thank you very much for helping me see that. Sorry, Charlie, I didn't see you there. Who am I missing? Anybody? All right, well, once going twice. All right, thank you very much. Before we begin our ceremony, let me share a few words about why tonight is important. Roane County is situated at the juncture of the Tennessee, Clinch, and Emory Rivers, a location of vital importance to both settlers and Native Americans in the early years of Tennessee state history. Settlers gained control of the area through 3 treaties with the Cherokee Indians: the Treaty of 1794, the Third Tellico Treaty of 1805, which made Kingston capital for a day, and the Hiwassee Purchase made through the Calhoun Treaty of 1819. In 1792, Governor John Sevier established Fort Southwest Point at the convergence of the Tennessee and Clinch Rivers to protect settlers traveling west. And then in 1797, when the mission of the fort changed to one of offering protection to the Indians against the encroaching settlers, the fort was expanded and moved to a hill overlooking the 2 rivers. After several petitions to the state legislature, the Roane County was established on November 6, 1801, and named in honor of the 2nd governor of Tennessee, Archibald Roane. Roane served as governor from 1801 to 1803. He won the office after the state's first governor, John Sevier, was prevented by constitutional restrictions from seeking a 4th consecutive term. During the Revolutionary War, Roane served in the Continental Army as a member of Lancaster County Militia. He was among the troops who took part in Washington's crossing of the Delaware and the subsequent Battle of Trenton in December 1776, and was present at the surrender of General Cornwallis at Yorktown in 1781. The Great Seal of the state of Tennessee, which I think is behind me on the bench, was adopted during the Roane administration in 1801. And in 1811, Roane was elected to a circuit judgeship, and in 1815 he became judge on the Tennessee Supreme Court of Errors and Appeals, the state's highest court, and he served on that court until his death on January 18, 1819. Well, we celebrate this rich history by honoring citizens who have made a lasting and positive impact on Roane County throughout their lives. And we very appropriately call them Roane County Treasures. This tradition began 17 years ago. Each year, our county commissioners have the opportunity to nominate honorees from their districts. And this year's class is exceptional. Tonight, we are proud to honor 5 men as Roane County Treasurers. First, Pastor Ted Clower. Commissioner Benny East. Mr. Jim Palmer. Mr. Jim Ryans. And our golden treasurer, Mr. Howard Gallagher. Now, as I said just a few minutes ago, we'll continue to be joined by more county commissioners, and Mr. Berry just joined us. If you want to come join us at any time up here, we're going to begin our ceremony tonight by honoring Pastor Ted Clower. Mr. Clower, will you care to join me, please? And commissioners from his district, Commissioner Park, will you care to join me? And Lindsay, if I ever skip over anything, or just point it out to me. And while we're gathering here, I want to share this too. A Roane treasurer is one at least 70 years of age, and two, a current resident of Roane County. That's the only qualifications. And then, of course, being nominated by a commissioner in her district for a lifetime. This is basically a lifetime service achievement award. And then a golden treasurer is at least 90 years of age and a resident of Roane County. But first, let's talk about Mr. Ted Clower. Mr. Ted Clower was born on February 26, 1949 to his parents, Olaf and Ray Clower. Mr. Clower attended Midway High School, graduating in 1967. He then attended Crown College, where he received his honorary doctorate in 2009. Mr. Clower also graduated from Bible Baptist Institute. He has been married to Euphemia Clower for 56 years, and together they have two children, Tony and Todd Clower. They also have 7 grandchildren. Mr. Clower has served Salem Baptist Church for 43 years as pastor. He has also served the church as a bus director and deacon before holding his role as pastor. His employment history also includes the County Farmers Co-op and Oak Ridge National Laboratory, working in security position for 13 years. Excuse me. Mr. Clower serves our community in many ways, not only at his church, but by doing visitations at nursing homes and serving on a jail ministry, helping to lead others to Christ. Mr. Clower loves to spend time with his family. Every year they set aside time for vacation, and the whole family goes. When describing this yearly vacation, he wrote, "What a joyous time we have." When asked to describe one thing he has learned that he would like to pass on to the community in Roane County, he stated, "Try to leave a place better than we found it. Nothing new just happens. God always has a plan and a purpose for all things. Live for the Lord and others always. Help me live for others that I might live like thee." Ladies and gentlemen, please help me honor our first Roane treasurer of the night, Pastor Ted Clower. One more thing before we start. Commissioner, would you like to add anything?
All right. Just speak for yourself.
Pastor, would you like to add any words? You don't have to, but you're certainly welcome. I'd love to.
I was thinking today that my work time began at the Buster Griffin Shell service station just down the street here. And on Saturday I would wash cars. And from there I went to Roane Farmers Co-op, from there to Roane, and then pastoring Salem Baptist Church. And it's been an honor and a privilege to serve and to work with people here in Roane County. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll get a quick picture here. Family pictures. We'll take out family pictures as soon as we're done tonight, all right? If Pastor, if you'll join right here, Chris, join us, and we will let me present this to you. Scoot that way just a little bit in this slide.
One, two, three.
Thanks, Jack. All right, good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
One more hand. Pastor Clower, one more flat. We'll do this. We'll get our pictures again after this. So, thank you. All right, Mr. Berry has joined us now. Commissioners from Rockwood District, would you care to join me? Our next Roane County Treasurer we're going to honor is Commissioner Benny East. Care to join us, sir? Step right up. Over right here. He's right here. He's hanging out. All right. Mr. Benjamin Benny Franklin East was born on November 29, 1938 in Rockwood, Tennessee to parents Benjamin Oliver and Lucille East. Mr. East is married to Ada Mae East. They married in 1964 and have 2 children, Dwayne and Tammy, 2 grandkids, and 1 great-grandchild. Mr. East attended Rockwood High School and left early to enlist in the United States Marine Corps at 17 years old. He attended boot camp at Parris Island in North Carolina for combat training. He was then stationed in Japan and ended his service in Turkey. Mr. East returned to Rockwood after serving with the United States Marine Corps, working a construction job rebuilding the old J.C. Penney building in downtown Rockwood after a fire. He left that job to work for Mono Lumber and then worked hanging steel on the I-40 interstate bridges. Mr. East had a 28-year career working for Otis Elevator Company. After retirement, he decided he wanted to serve his community by digging trenches for water lines, gas lines, electric lines, and septic tanks, and has been doing so for 17 years. He is currently employed with the Roane County Solid Waste Department, managing the Glen Alice Community Convenience Center, and has been there since 1990. Mr. East also served as a Roane County Commissioner for 24 consecutive years, and during those terms, never missed a county commission meeting. Mr. East praises the commission, reflecting that although sometimes meetings got hard and people had differing opinions, the business of the county was always performed with grace and the taxpayers in mind. Mr. East is also a member of Glen Alice Christian Church and also attends Rockwood Church of Christ. Mr. East enjoys working on excavation projects and helping his community by doing so. He's still getting calls to dig water and gas lines. Commissioner Chris Lehman described Benny East as an example of a public servant. When asked about what he wishes to pass along to the Roane County community, Mr. East stated that working for a common goal, helping your fellow man, and teaching work ethic to our younger generation is something we all need to focus on. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me honor Commissioner Benny East as Roane County. I'm sure to share a few words, am I right? Is our Commissioner, Mr. Ron Berry.
Mr. Lehman, you want to? No, please, go ahead.
I really wasn't expecting to be able to speak tonight, but I did put in a few notes there. I was just returning from Nashville, and I was thinking about all of the things that Benny East has meant, not only to our county, but to Glen Alice. If you want to know something that's going on, whether it's good or bad, in Glen Alice, here's the man you need to see. We would have done this many, many years earlier, but he would never get off the commission, so we could do it. So finally, it's here. He's done it. Benny East is a man of integrity. You know, he served 24 years, and I guess we've served 12 together, I guess. And over those 12 years, it's amazing how many times we actually disagreed on anything. Very, very small. And he was usually right. So it's just an honor. And for those from our district that the truth is known, Benny's the one that got me to run. So they owe it, Benny. They may start throwing rocks at you tomorrow. So have your door closed. And the reason he didn't miss any meetings was his sweetheart. And they're still sweethearts. After what, 55, 56 years? 60 years. You keep telling me a different time every time I ask you that. You better get that right. They're still sweethearts. Ada Mae wouldn't let him miss a meeting, so that's why he said he counted 24 years without missing a meeting. But it's a great, and what I've got, let me just say this. This is the best crowd that we've ever had since the beginning of this treasure. So either our nominees are extraordinarily better than we've ever had, or the word's finally getting out what an important function this is, because truly are, as you look out and see these truly are Roane County treasures. Thank you.
Let's get a picture right here. Can you just step right up right here in front? Commissioners, join around us here. You'll hold that. Hold that. Hold that for Lindsay can see it. Here, get in time. Here, you get closer to me right there. I'm gonna get there. Squeeze it.
All right. 1, 2.
Over here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Our next treasurer, we'd like to honor Mr. Jim Palmer, if you care to join us. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Mr. James R. Palmer was born on November 26, 1944. Mr. Palmer obtained his Bachelor of Science in Engineering from Iowa State University in 1967 and his MBA from Stanford University in 1969. He's been married to his wife, Jane Palmer, for 54 years. Mr. Palmer worked as an engineer from 1969 to 1974 at Hughes Aircraft Company. From 1974 to 76, he served as president of Graphics Incorporated. From 76 to 04, he served as project engineer for Union Carbide Corporation and its successor contractors, DOE facilities in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. From 2004 to 2012, he served as a patent agent for Ludica Neely Group in Knoxville. Did I pronounce that right? Okay, close enough. Mr. Palmer is currently serving as chair of the Roane County Industrial Development Board and a member of the Oak Ridge Housing Authority Board and the directors, a Housing Board of Directors, and as a member of the Oak Ridge Institute for Continued Learning, Oracle, its Board of Directors. Mr. Palmer has served in the Roane County IDB since 2015 and was selected as chairman in 2016. According to the president and CEO of the Roane Alliance, Justin Snow, since that time, he has led IDB's mission to promote industry and trade, provide employment opportunities, and encourage investment in the community. Since 2021, and including industrial projects that will close this year, the IDB, under the leadership of Mr. Palmer, will have facilitated the sale of 220 acres of industrial land that will create or retain over 1,100 jobs and capture $160 million in capital investment. This will also result in close to $3.7 million in land sale proceeds that will go back to the county to be utilized for grants and assist in funding future economic development opportunities. In July 2019, the state of Tennessee committed $15.1 million to the Roane County IDB to fund the construction of a state-of-the-art emergency response training facility in the Roane County portion of Oak Ridge on Gullahar Road. Working closely with representatives from CNS Y-12 and Lawler Wood, Mr. Palmer led the IDB's efforts in helping to design and construct this facility. On October 31st, 2022, the ERTF received its certificate of occupancy, and with Mr. Palmer's leadership, the building was delivered on time and under budget. Now operational, the facility provides training to prepare individuals for high-consequence emergency responses. The facility is enhanced with state-of-the-art augmented and virtual reality training platforms. According to Mr. Snow, without Mr. Palmer's dedication, persistence, and leadership, the facility, which was once a community vision, would not have come to fruition and be in full operation as it is today. On a personal note, I want to say this. I was honored to serve in Justin's role as one of his predecessors, and Jim was the chair of IDB at the time. And we're just beginning to lay out what this vision might look like for a lot of what's finally being realized today. And without that continuity, that steady engineering mindset, his approach of just making sure to pay attention to the details, but always be respectful in how we treat people has made a tremendous difference in the culture of the organization, and most importantly to everybody in this room, it has changed our local economy. Adding 1,100 jobs in just a few years and bringing in that many millions of dollars is the reason why we're going to be able to build upon decades of investment in our past. So I can't tell him how important it has been to me to work with him, and as a friend, I want to thank you so much for what you meant to Roane County. Please join me and thank Jim Palmer and honor him as our Roane County Treasurer. Let's get a quick picture here. Steve, right up here.
One, two. Shake it, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Thanks, sir.
Hey, Jim, here you go. Jim. All right, Mr. Ryan, you ready?
Not much of a driver with this thing.
Come on, now you're a good driver.
You gotta bear with me.
You're good. Our next treasurer we're going to honor is Jim Bob Rhines, as the church family calls him. Jim Rhines was born on July 3rd, 1944, to Thomas and Margaret Dunlap Rhines of Harriman. He was raised in the Emory Heights community of Harriman before he moved to Chattanooga in 1960. He married Agnes Bullard of Harriman on November 17, 1968, almost 55 years ago. I think that gives us two 54-year marriages here. Together they have 3 children, James Robbie Rhines Jr., Dawn Rhines Sylvie, and Debbie Rhines. They also have 6 grandchildren, Zane and Reagan Rhines, Jill Dunn, Ryan Sylvie, Briley Sylvie, and Samantha Sylvie. Mr. Rhines enlisted in the United States Army in 1961 and was stationed in Germany through 1965. He re-enlisted in 1968 and joined the Special Forces Green Berets. He served 1 tour in Vietnam from 1969 to 1970 and was stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina from 71 to 78. He was an ROTC instructor at the University of Tennessee from 1978 to 82 and returned to Fort Bragg from 82 to 84, and finally retired from active service as a Master Sergeant in 1984. Mr. Ryan served as a member of the Roane County School Board in 1980 and served a partial term before returning to Fort Bragg in 1982. Upon retirement from the United States Army, he worked at the Kingston Post Office from 1984 to 2006 as a clerk and later as a supervisor. Mr. Rhines has been a member of the Kingston Century Club since 1985, charter member. He is a member of the Emory Heights Baptist Church. He's also a member of the Roane County Republican Party and served at one time as chairman. He has served on the Roane County Election Commission since 2008 and is a former chairman, helping to ensure fair and efficient elections in Roane County. Mr. Rhines is an active member of the American Legion Post 0050 in Rockwood, where he has coordinated funding and selection of Roane County's representative for Boys State for years. He also served as post adjutant until recently. He serves as commander of the Roane County Memorial Honor Guard, providing full military honors at funerals for county veterans, and I'm sure we'll be busy this Friday for Veterans Day. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Mr. Rhines for his service and honoring him as a Roane County Veteran. What else? Hey, Wilson. Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to say just a couple words. When you think about Mr. Rhines, you don't have to question certain things. One of them, does he love the Lord? He's not going to ever waver on that. Does he love his family? And it's going to be an absolute yes. Does he love his country? My goodness, yes.
He is the epitome of what you want your kids to look up to and the patriotism that he still carries for this country. And does he love his community? He is one of those that you won't realize what all he's done until he's quit doing it. And everybody's like, oh, I didn't know he did that. Oh, he did that. Mr. Rines does that. And to be in the 0.01% of 55,000 people that's been nominated for this position is a great honor. And you can't say enough about you, and we thank you so much for everything you've done.
All right, let's get a picture made then. As much as we like Commissioner Gannon, I'm sure I'm not gonna leave that.
It's okay.
Touche.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, thank you.
Great, thank you. All right.
I got up here pretty easy getting back to my business.
This is the hard part.
Yeah.
Backing down the aisle.
Getting a little close.
There we go. And last but not least, our golden treasure, Mr. Howard Gallion. Will you please join me, please? Commissioners?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All right. Mr. Howard Johnson Gallion was born in the Shiloh community on July 26, 1930, to his parents John E. and Della Gallion. In 1946, Mr. Gallion served in the Army, Air Force, both Army and Air Force, right?
Well, it was the Army Air Force then, I know that.
Gotcha. Army Air Force, okay. And was stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Mr. Gallion married his wife, May Gallion, and they have been married for over 73 years. They have 3 children, 6 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. Mr. Gallion went to work for the Meade Corporation, Harriman Paper Mill, in 1952, and remained employed with them for 50 years. Same employer for 50 years. While he stayed busy with his career at the paper mill, he was also a TV repairman during the 1960s. He currently remains involved in the cleanup of the old Harriman Paper Mill on Emory Street. Mr. Gallion has been involved with a broad base of organizations throughout the county. He coached Little League Baseball in Harriman during the 1950s. He worked with the Boy Scouts through the United Methodist Church for 4 years, and even received a key to the city of Harriman. He played on the softball team for the paper mill and was featured in the newspaper for throwing a no-hitter. Mr. Gallion currently enjoys woodworking and creates and distributes his projects and creation to neighbors and friends. When asked about one thing he has learned and would like to pass on to Roane County, Mr. Gallion stated that Roane County has had some very good leaders, and he is always willing to help with anything he can to make this a better community. Mr. Gallion said to be not just an icon in this community, but a true and loyal friend to all. By the Roane County Commissioner who this is by one of the commissioners who nominated him, said this. I apologize, I misread it. They said that he was not just an icon in the community, but a true and loyal friend to all. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking him for his service again, and for and to honor him as a Roane County Golden Treasure.
The crowd ain't great speech for that.
Good job.
With them.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Appreciate
get our
you
picture
sharing.
made. Let's step up right here.
Can
You get our picture
man,
made? Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, please step right up. Yes.
I want to say, God bless America and Roane County. Because this is the only reason that I'm up here, is for our people, our county, and our country.
Step forward just barely, just a few steps here, where I can squeeze anybody in. There we go, squeeze in, guys.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Over here if you would. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, sir. What a wonderful, wonderful group of men, and outstanding examples of service and dedication to the home that they love. Before we do conclude tonight, first of all, I just want to again thank you all for, like Commissioner Berry said, this is, I've been to a few of these, but this is by far the best attended. And it's such a fun, important, incredible event to honor our history by doing so, because there's so many good people that make Roane County really what it is, and that's what we're celebrating tonight. So I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here tonight. I want to thank my team, Lindsay Stevens, Lynn Farnham, Carol Maines, Connie Cook, for helping put this evening together. And I want to invite every single one of you all to across the hall in Judge Stevens' courtroom. There are refreshments. So we would invite everybody there. Please eat all the cupcakes. We don't want to take any of them home. Again, congratulations to our honorees tonight. Thank you, commissioners, for being here to join the presentation. Everybody have a fantastic night. Thank you very much.
Wait, can we get family?
We need to get family pictures for all of our honorees. If you'll come forward, we'll get pictures here by the podium. Thank you very much.